First carry now for David Montgomery. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Rodgers now to throw. The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brian Poole. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Rodgers hands to Montgomery, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 3.
He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. David Moore back deep and waiting for it. Returning it is Moore. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun, escaping the pressure right. This is Smith with a grab. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Steps away. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Chase Young
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. To try again after the sack. Tua out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 8. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Second and 10.
Handoff comes to Cook. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Eagles nothing.
He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. A unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. Touchdown, Eagles. Mike Gesicki, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no run back here for more. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Play action. Now it's Tua. Airing it out deep for Smith. He's got a man. Complete. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. On second down, it's Cook again. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Garrett Willow in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead. Yeah,
flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Rodgers going to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Galladay.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing is Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They they sack him back right around the 30. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. Rosa's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know what I think the defense is saying back to them? Why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's caught by Mike Evans. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second down and 8.
Now Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said. That they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another nice gain. 16 yards there and a first down again. Draw play. Rodgers to Montgomery. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun. Rodgers.
He'll swing this out to Moss.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Rodgers throw into the hands of Reynolds here.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Rodgers. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Josh Reynolds, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met...
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Back to Montgomery on second down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, it's Montgomery. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Rodgers handing to Montgomery. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it.
That's on big Mekhi Becton, first-round pick in 2020.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Handoff comes to Montgomery. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
That's caught by Galladay. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. David Montgomery, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Roses now to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And all the way down to the 29.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa.
Got his man. It's Williams. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
His third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Zerline good with a PAT as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Back to Montgomery on second down.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
Here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
2 and now on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this is caught. He hits more. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Now Tua
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Looking sideline, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give him credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Two to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
And that's now a half-dozen interceptions for him over the last two games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you presented, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games, or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. A solid stiff arm. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game. Charles, I think when the schedule